Hi everyone. I love having interactive elements in my journal, and this is one I've just finished making for the pink journal, monster journal that I'm working on. It's a sliding mechanism that has a little piece of hidden note paper behind it, and you can see there's a pocket at the back with a tag in it, a pocket in the front slider part, and then another little tag tucked into a little decoration. And so it's really simple and easy to make, and just using one piece of paper. So I've just printed out a single-sided piece of digital paper, and what I want for this is I want a piece that's going to be 3/4 of an inch wide. I'm just going to cut that off one end, and that's going to be my sliding mechanism. And then work out your width. So in this case, the width that this has ended up has been 4 inches. So whatever width you want, double it and add 1/2 inch. So in my case, that will be 8. Double it is 8 and add 1/2 inch. So 8 1/2. So I'm going to cut this down to 8 1/2. And then I want to turn this on its side and cut it into 2. In my case, that will be 4 1/8. So you're going to end up with two pieces of paper that are double the width plus 1/2 inch and whatever height it is that you want. So now I'm just going to grab my scoreboard and I'm going to score that 1/2 inch on both of these. And then fold and burnish that score line. And then I want to fold my page in so that it's going to sit flush against that fold, and burnish that down on both of them. Then glue that down, and you want this 1/2 inch tab to be on the outside of the piece. So you're essentially making 2 tubes. I'm just going to trim that a little bit just to get rid of that white. Okay, so one piece is going to be your back piece and one will be your front. So with this little 3/4 of an inch piece, I'm going to slide that in. So I've got the glued tab facing down. So slide my little piece in, and you want it, the length you want it is just about 1 inch or so hanging off either side. And then I want to fold these tabs over so that they're snug but not too snug. So you basically want it so that that piece will slide comfortably along the edge. So work out what's going to be the front. So in that case, mine is going to be up this way. So I'm going to slide this over to the right, and then this piece I've got the tab also facing down. What I want to do is I want to open this tube, and we're going to glue these tabs in. Open it up like that, and I want the glue to be on the back, on the unprinted side of this. And I want the tab to sit right, butted up right against that seam. Just going to undo one end. So if I show you there, just that tab is glued flush with this end of that piece, and do that on the other side. So again, putting the glue on the white or the back of the tab. Try and do it holding it in the air. Open up that tube and glue that tab right up against the seam there. And that's your sliding mechanism. It's really simple. Now the back, this is the back piece. So in this sample, the back piece I've glued on to the back of the journal, and I've added the writing space on it, and that piece must remain a tube. Let me show you. So that must remain a tube, and that's so that this sliding element can slide along. So the back piece is a tube, but the front piece can be a pocket. So I'm going to seal the bottom of this piece to make that a pocket. And then I need a tab. Let me just punch a tab out quickly. And the tab is just going to sit on that front pocket there. And that's your sliding interactive piece. So you've got that pocket on the front. Bring back the sample. You've got the pocket on the front, which you can pop a tag into. You've got the way that I've glued this one onto the page is I've glued the back piece just on the three sides, and that allows you to have a tuck spot in the back, and I've popped a tag in there. So if this was sitting in my journal here, that would be the tag there, and then you can decorate it any way that you want, and you can also add something to the back. In my case, I've used the writing note paper, so you can see that's the basic element. I've added a little slideshow in there, a little tag in that top pocket, and the little tag at the back. And so it's a really simple thing to make. As I said, just make sure you leave the back piece must stay a tube, and the front piece you can seal it. You can also place it in your journal and pull it down that way if you want as well, whatever works for you, and just glue as many sides as you want to allow you to make a pocket in the back. Just one thing with the pocket in the back, because this is a tube, you can see that there's also a space there. Don't use that as a pocket, and I'll show you why. So if I pop that tag in the pocket, it's going to block that sliding mechanism. So only use the back part as a pocket. and they're really simple and fun to make. Just one piece of paper and a tab, and decorate them how you like. I hope you have a go at it. Thanks so much for watching.